Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to continue the choose your own adventure individual reading. This one will be focusing on your career, and here we have again 4 piles. I have different stones this time. So for pile number 1 we have the tiger's eye. For group number 2 we have a black moonstone. For pile 3, we have the bismuth. I don't know if you can see it well. And for group number 4, we have the Angelite. So feel free to pause the video and pick the pile that best fits whatever message you have to hear. Remember that whatever resonates, it's for you, and whatever doesn't, it's not for you. And in the description below, the timestamps will be there. So let's just jump right into the reading. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Hello, pile 1. For those of you that picked the tiger's eye, let's see what's in store for your career. Let's see, the first card that we have is water with a keyword creation. We have Scorpio. Yeah. We also have Mosaic. Let chance play its creative role in your life. The other cards that we have is the Elephant, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Ten of Cups reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Oh, I know it's upright. The King of Pentacles. I just feel like my throat is slowly closing as I was like saying everything. So maybe you're struggling with your career. Maybe there's something that you want to do and it's not working out as you wish it would. So for pile number 1, you have a bunch of water right off the bat. There's swords here. It's pretty balanced, but it feels like the type of career that you have demands you to transform and to change pretty often, because we have the Scorpio card, and that makes me think of Pluto, which is a planet of transformation. We also have with the water, creation. So you might be an individual that is constantly making new things. You could be some sort of artist. You could be an illustrator, or someone that works in the creative field. Especially with this mosaic, it seems like you put different pieces together to create this bigger image, or you put the pieces of a puzzle together, or you seem to fit things up. Seems like in your career you're constantly trying to make things better, either changing it or making it better by putting it all together. You could potentially be like a manager or something, or you are someone that people usually look for help when they're trying to solve an issue. Because we have the Elephant. The Elephant is a card that is supposed to represent someone that is constantly going over obstacles. It's the card of it's the energy of someone that seems to be has their third eye open, someone that is very observant, and someone that can overcome any obstacle almost with brute force. So it is someone that is just charging forward, getting things done. And you have the King of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, and this is a card that is supposed to represent someone that is very professional, someone that usually has everything together. It is you naturally a good leader. It's a cardinal sign, very grounded and stable, so it's slow and steady. You might be an individual that in your career you're constantly looking towards the future. You're constantly trying to figure out what you can do in the present time that is going to be beneficial in the long run. Usually when you have a King of Pentacles, it is someone that is constantly planning and figuring out and organizing everything in such a way that creates this slow and steady growth. The King of Pentacles is not necessarily an energy that will rush and make things happen, but with this Elephant, I do feel that you could be someone that is constantly trying to create change, is constantly going through obstacles, and it's someone that will continue to have to go through those obstacles. I do feel that you might be going through like a difficult moment in your career, and it's something that will constantly happen. Like, it's kind of just how the game works. I feel like this card is out of focus, but I can't tell because the other ones look fine, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, I do feel that you might be also someone that likes to have everything under control, and that could be why you're usually planning things to happen in a way or another. So there does seem to be like a disconnect with your higher selves, with your spiritual team, because we have the Ace of Swords reversed. Usually the Ace of Swords represents the energy of a breakthrough, you know, having new ideas and all of that. So maybe if you're, let's say, a writer, you have writer's block. If you are an illustrator, you may be struggling to make yourself draw again. If you are someone that may have any other sort of business, right now there is something that is mentally stopping you from moving forward. It is something that you are not accustomed to usually feeling, so it may be difficult to barge through this obstacle. You may want to just get things done, but because of this mental blockage, you are even struggling to feel satisfied with the work that you're doing. I do feel that you are an individual that enjoys to work, or if you don't enjoy to like do the work, you enjoy the idea of creating something, especially because we have all of this water energy. So you enjoy doing that. However, I do feel that you may be struggling right now to connect with your spirit guides, because we have let chance play its creative role in your life. So you may be someone that is struggling to let go, so you may usually be in control of the situation. I mean, with this King of Pentacles, you have everything figured out and you are accustomed to be under that role, so it may be difficult for you to just let things happen. I do feel that you are not communicating with your spirit guides that well, and because of that, you are struggling to understand the bigger picture of things. You are just seeing the pieces of everything, and you're not understanding how they're all coming together. With this Ace of Swords, I do feel that that's kind of like the break of your communication, and because of that, you're not allowing ideas to just flow through as they should. Also, with this Ten of Cups reverse, I do feel that you may be struggling to see the end goal. You may be struggling to see the bigger picture. You may be struggling to feel the emotional satisfaction, to feel content and happy with your career. But that could be because, again, you're not seeing the full picture. Let's see. We have the Six of Swords, so you may be slowly trying to leave like a hostile environment, or you're trying to leave behind something that is usually bothering you. Like maybe there's like disagreements at work, or maybe you are struggling to leave behind an environment that's holding you back from doing your work in a peaceful manner, or doing it in a way that you will be content with. Because usually the Six of Swords talks about the energy of having to leave something like some turmoil behind, so you can be in calmer waters. And since it's Swords energy, it's about your mentality, so you're trying to leave behind toxic ideas, limiting beliefs, in order to move forward and get things done. So I do feel that with this too, you are slowly trying to get yourself out of that blockage, out of that obstacle that's holding you back, but it's not that easy. I do feel that you've been playing like a marathon on this one, right? It's not a short sprint, or like you just flip a switch and you're back to normal. This is something that you slowly have to like get yourself out of, especially with this Scorpio energy. It does feel like you've been going through very drastic transformations, bro. So what I mean by that is that you are having to change your way of thinking. You've been maybe having to change your way of working, or your way of interacting with other people. Like you've had to change something to make your career work. But I do feel that the advice that may be here for you about your career with this card is the just allow things to flow as they should. You are good at what you do. People respect the work that you do as well. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter for things to slowly start working in the way that they should. Remember, the pieces are slowly coming together to create this bigger picture. So yeah, just I do feel that there's this sense of like the key to succeeding in your career is just taking risks once in a while. You're not necessarily being reckless when you're taking a risk. You are someone that is very grounded and can get the work done. You know, you are kind of like the muscle of your career, so you're able to just do things and get them done. But that doesn't mean that you are like stupid or anything. It doesn't mean you're reckless. It doesn't mean that you are careless about the work that you do. You're very careful with with the actions that you take and the words that you speak. So I do feel that with you, it's just saying like trust that you have all of those abilities under your belt. So if you take a chance, if you take a risk, if you do something that it's different, trust that it's gonna work out in your favor. I do feel that if you unblock this Ace of Swords, and by unblock, it's just trust the ideas that you have, trust the messages that you're getting from your spirit guides and all of that, then it will make it easier for you to succeed in your career because you're just gonna trust the flow of everything. Even if you're doing something that is very out of the regular for you, or even if you're doing something you're not used to and are like comfortable with fully, it's so those things that you should at least trust that you have the skills, the abilities, and the tools to get yourself out of any trouble, or that things are just gonna work out even if you're doing something you're not like comfortable with to the fullest, right? Maybe a bit of advice that could be like beneficial for you is, since we have all of this water energy, cleansing yourself by, you know, staying hydrated, or cleansing yourself by taking a shower or taking a bath so like that you can submerge yourself underwater, or just listening to rain, or listening to the waves crashing and moving if you live anywhere close to water, or sometimes just listening to water running. So like if you wash your hands and you listen to the water falling, that will be all you need sometimes to just clear your head. I do feel that there's this sense of connecting with water as a way to relax yourself and calm yourself, and this could be very good so you can stay in this meditative state that could connect you with your ideas again if you are struggling with that. Or if you're within your career, maybe you may be like a spiritual leader, or you're someone that guides other people in that sense, even if you are not working in something spiritual. So you are some sort of leader that emotionally helps other people grow, like you help people grow from the inside out. It could be through your advice or through your example or anything along those lines. So I do feel that right now what you have to do, or a piece of advice to unlock the success that you may be looking for in your career, may it be money or may it be just emotional stability within your career, it's just slowly free yourself and take those risks, because I do feel the biggest thing for you is to just trust that you have the abilities in order to allow those risks to be taken, because I do feel that there's going to be bigger rewards for you if you allow life to, and allow the universe to take care of it, if that makes sense. So that's all I have for you, pile 1, or those of you that picked the tiger side. I do hope that was helpful or informative, or you know, some good advice, or at least it was a little bit of entertaining. I do hope that you guys do well, and thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one, which will be your love life. If you continue with this, choose your own adventure, and if not, the previous one was your current energy, in case you want to go check it out. So yeah, I will leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one, whenever that is. Well, on the next pick a card reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2, or for those of you that picked the Black Moonstone, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's in store with your career, I guess. So we have storms, or the keyword cleansing. We have the sun. Oh, you got 2 of this one. We have the gazelle and the spider. We have the Queen of Wands. Temperance. No wonder. Okay, whatever. We have the High Priestess reversed. The Six of Wands reversed. Okay. And then we have Eunoia. Oh crap, I don't know how to say this. With a keyword, everything in perfect balance. So Why am I laughing a little bit? So I think the first thing that kind of jumps out to me, people, for those of you that picked the Black Moonstone, I do feel that many of you have, like, you guys need confidence. I don't know how else to say that. If you don't have it, then this could be a bit triggering. But if you are just kind of like, wait, what? If you're just like, I did not know that, then yeah, that's all you need. You need confidence. So anyway, for your career, I you guys got two of this energy cards. I don't really even know where to start, but the first bit of advice that we have is storms with cleansing. So you may want to cleanse your energy. You may want to have this explosive recharge energy, if that makes sense. Like, you may be very tired, or you may, because I think the reason that you're tired is like a mental struggle that you're tired with, and because of that you may physically feel tired, so you may want to rest a little bit. And even though, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of storms, I don't necessarily think people think of cleansing. I usually I actually kind of do. I enjoy storms, but that's because I like rain, and lightning and thunder don't necessarily scare me. I think they're pretty cool. So yeah, to me it is a cleansing thing, but with you guys, I don't know how other people take it. So yeah, we have the number 23, that if you add 2 plus 3, you get a 5. So transformation and change. You may be going through a period in your career where you have to change. I do feel that many of you will have to go into out of your comfort zone. I'll tell you why in a little bit, but I do feel that you need to get the confidence to feel like you're in charge. I do feel like you have like the palm here with someone right here. It's kind of like, it made me think of the saying of like, I have you the palm of my hand. So, kind of feeling in control, feeling empowered, feeling like you know what you're doing. And I'm also saying the whole thing of like feeling confidence and stuff because we have the sun, especially with the Queen of Wands. The sun is the ruler of Leo, and the Queen of Wands is Leo energy. So we already have like 2 fire like energies right here, but with the sun, the first thing that I got was personality. So you need to start embodying your sun sign. And okay, that's not necessarily it, but what I mean is like embody that confidence, the positivity, that overflowing power. It could also be like your masculine energy. So what I mean by masculine energy, I mean that energy or that force that allows you to just take action, a force that is not afraid of being on people's faces. It's very unbothered with what other people think because you're just doing your own thing. The sun is the energy of someone that is working through their heart and their crown chakra, as you see the light right here and right here. So it's kind of like that feeling of being so connected and trusting that things are going to work out, which I do feel that that's another thing with you guys. Trust that things are going to work out, especially with this card that you got here, which is how can you unlock your success in your career. It's that card right there. But it also feels like you need to find stability within who you are as an individual, because with this sun card I'm getting this sense of like following who you truly are, showing your true colors to people. You could be some sort of musician with this Queen of Wands. You could also be someone that is also very creative as well, or you enjoy you have a very vivid and good imagination, so you're very good at that. So I do feel that you could be a very fiery individual, or well, yeah, because we have the sun, which is fire. We have the gazelle that has a fire symbol. We have the Six of Wands, which is also, Wands is fire. We have the Queen of Wands, and Temperance is a Sagittarius card, so that's technically a fire element as well. So it seems like fire is a very big thing for you. So following what you're passionate about will benefit your career. Making sure that you put yourself, being a little bit selfish. Put yourself first. I do feel that could be very beneficial. When you put yourself first and prioritize yourself, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to put everybody else down. It just means that you'll give to others when you can, not because you feel like you need to. Also with a fire element, I do feel that you maybe in need of constant movement and in need of constant stimulation. So what I mean by that is you always have to be doing something. And I do feel that it may be the reason why it's kind of difficult for you to focus on yourself right now. We do have two cards about balance, which is temperance in this one, which I will go into a little bit more depth in a little bit. I want to understand the situation you're in right now. Also with this High Priestess reverse, I do feel like you do need balance if you have the High Priestess reverse. You may need to, because I feel like there's a little bit of water, because Storms is technically a water card and the High Priestess is a moon, which is also a water card. So the only thing you don't have is air, so you're not thinking. Or that could be something you're lacking. Okay, let me rephrase that. You probably are thinking, you're always thinking, but I do feel like you're not communicating something, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think that's the focus here. I don't think that, usually when you're lacking an element in a reading, you need to pay attention to that, because then you have to think, why is it not here? And in this case, I don't think it's not here because you're lacking that. I do feel that it's not here because that's just not the focus. It doesn't mean that you're overindulging your thinking, your communication, your intellect. It doesn't mean that you're lacking it. It just means that that's not the focus of the reading within your career. So you could be someone that works physically, like your work has to do a lot with physical things. So you could be some sort of athlete. You could be someone that just, you need your body to be physically in shape to do what you're doing. Or if you do that, it helps you balance something else that benefits you in your work. So I do feel that that's where all this fire comes from as well with your career. You could be someone that may have to network with other people, because I do feel the Queen of Wands is a very friendly energy, in the sense of it's someone that takes no bullshit from anyone, but it's also someone that it's okay with having a lot of friends and hanging out with people. And I was also thinking of that because of the spider. To me, the spider card is a card that talks about communicating with others, in the sense of, even though it's an earth card, this is a card that talks about connecting with other people and creating those bonds and building those bridges and making those connections. So that's why I thought of like networking with this spider card. But the other thing that I was also thinking is the actual meaning of the spider card for this oracle deck, which is the energy of finally understanding what your purpose is. Or is that the tarantula? Oh, that probably is a tarantula. Well, if that's the case, that could be important as well. Understanding what your purpose is. I do feel that one of the things that that like the advice that you guys have is to take a break, at least for a little bit, because the Gazelle is a card of someone that is relaxing, someone that is indulging themselves with all of the 3D physical stuff, you know, getting that confidence and that, and following their passions. But I do feel that you need to start feeling passionate about your work again, or you need to do something that makes you feel happy and content and that fulfills you. And I do feel that patience is very important, because you may not be able to see the victory of your career. You may feel like things are just not working out the way that you want it, because we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a victory card. It's like people celebrating your victories, or it's people parading and looking at how good you're doing and everything, right? But with it being reversed, I do feel that maybe you don't feel like that, or your time of success hasn't happened yet, or something along the lines, like you don't feel successful, or it just hasn't happened yet. And I feel it's more towards it hasn't happened yet, because I do feel that there's this sense of patience. Temperance is a patience card. It's a card of having balance between two forces. It's usually the 3D physical and the 5D your spiritual side, but I do feel that there's also this sense of patience, of connecting with your emotions. I do feel that you may not be at your fullest potential of confidence and, you know, shining very brightly, because there's something that you're emotionally not being okay with, or you're just not intuitively connected. So I do feel that the benefits of being intuitively connected is that it helps you understand yourself better. It's a good introspective skill. It's very good at also understanding why you react the way that you do with other people. I do feel that with Gazelle, it's like take a break, sit down and understand the situation you're in. Try to put all of that action within your mind and understand how you think, understand why you react the way that you do, understand what triggers you, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, because those are lessons for you. Those are signs of things that you have to work with, or things that you desire as well. So let's say that you see someone that is very outspoken, very confident, and it's in someone that it has a very easy ability to just speak with everyone, and you don't like that person. Why is it that you don't like that person? Is it something they did to you, or is it because they have something that you don't have? That is a good way of, those things that you don't like are also things that you have to explore, because you end up realizing, oh, it's not that I don't like this person, it's just that that person has a lot of the things that I wish I had, and that's what angers me. That's something that you may want to think about, because I'm telling you, with this High Priestess reverse and this Temperance card, it's like, have patience and slowly understand yourself. I do feel that with you guys, in order to succeed in your career, you do need to go through this huge period of understanding who you are, and that's where the cleansing comes in, right? Understand, in a way, doing some shadow work, in order for things to just kind of flow naturally. Because this is a card that I picked as the, this deck, which is the one that you see on all of them, is what does, this individual have to unlock in order to succeed in their career. And you define what success means. It could mean, money, having the career that you dream of, or achieving your goals, as much as it could just be feeling fulfilled even though things are the same. Or it may seem like they're the same. But with you got number 8, so that's like an infinite, abundant manifestation type of thing. But then it says everything in perfect balance, so that's why here we have like those things about balance, these 3 cards. Everything in perfect balance. So I do feel that with you guys, is like what you have to unlock is like your sun and your moon. So the way that you feel, and the way that your subconscious and your unconscious side, what you are aware of and what you're not aware of. And that will definitely help you, because then you will be able to understand why you're not succeeding, or you will be able to slowly let go of the baggage that is like holding you back from succeeding. So I do feel that with you guys, you may want to look at your surroundings and being a little bit more aware of the people that you're working with, or being aware of the way that you're reacting to those people, the way that you're thinking about them. Those could be little clues and little hints as to what you have to work on to feel a lot more confident, or feel a lot more comfortable, and stuff along those lines that will help you shine even brighter. Being able to have a healthier heart space and be able to connect to your spiritual team could mean just doing that shadow work. You don't have to directly connect to your spiritual team to be spiritually aware. All you have to do is just work on yourself. That's usually how spirituality works. Use it as a tool to work on yourself. So yeah, I'll leave that there, pile 2. I hope that this was some good advice, entertaining at the very minimum, or I hope you learned something from it. This is part 2 of the choose your own adventure thing. Individual reading. Part 1 was your current energy, and the next pick a card will be about your love life, so look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you on the next one. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading, or for those of you that picked the Bismuth stone thing, welcome to your reading. So let's see what is going on with your career. Oh, so we have animals with the keyword compassion. We have Pisces energy. We have the unicorn. Okay, sorry. We have the star. We have the 7 of Swords reverse. The king. Oh, I used the king. The Knight of Cups. The Magician. Justice reverse. We have tangibility with the key phrase "Make your dreams real," and your last card is Epoch with the key phrase "Pause in your journey." Okay, pile 3, you are my most spiritual pile, I believe. Why do I say that? A bunch of crazy stuff happened with you guys. When I was making the piles, a bunch of cards wanted to fall from this tarot deck, the Line Strider deck, and I don't know which pile was in the current energy, but maybe you picked that one, which was my loopy pile. I think if you were pile 3, maybe not. Let me stop. I'm already confusing the energies. But anyways, now I'm saying that you are my spiritual group because we have a bunch of water energy, with the Pisces and the Knight of Cups, which is also Pisces energy, and then we have the Unicorn, which is the third eye. We have animals and compassion. So I was like, do you work in a zoo? Are you a zookeeper, or do you work with animals? Or maybe you feel comfortable with your pets if you have any, or you are a very sensitive individual that can feel how other people feel. So maybe an empath, not necessarily. You don't have to be that, but you could. You could be someone that is very, very, very intuitive with that Pisces and the third eye energy of the Unicorn. You have the Magician, so that's a thing. And then we have the Star, which talks about making your dreams come true. That's Aquarius energy. And then we have Justice reverse, which is Libra energy. So you may be a little bit out of balance, or you may feel like things, or you feel like things are not working in your favor within your career. Now, let's actually jump into your reading. I was just like saying a bunch of things that came through right away. So, with your Pisces energy, I do feel that you may want to work in a career where you feel emotionally okay. And when I mean emotionally okay, I do feel that it's like, if you don't really like to work with other people because of how sensitive you may be, then try to do it where your boundaries are very well established. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the energy that usually has very like fluid and undefined everything. And what I mean by that is that your boundaries could be out of whack. You don't have any, probably. And also Neptune is the energy of like illusion, so it's, you may be in you may put yourself a lot in your career in places of disadvantage. So what I mean by that is that other people could just ask you to do things because they know you're not gonna say no, or stuff along those lines. So just putting that out there. It does feel like you are very intuitive, so you may want to enter a career where you could use that to your advantage, or you can do that as your foundation so you can feel comfortable and you can feel connected and you can feel okay. You may be an illustrator as well. I'm saying that because the woman here made me think of Frida Kahlo, and she is an individual that loved to paint the way that she felt and the way that she saw herself. So that could be something important for you. You may be getting a lot of love offers. I'm saying that because you have the Knight of Cups, so it's kind of like, someone that comes in with an offer. I do feel that if it's talking about your work, then it could be someone young that it's coming for. I mean, you could be young as well, so then that would be an equal. But it's someone young, and they know that they don't have maybe the experience or the ability to give you everything for your career, but it will be someone that has a potential of being a king, because I said the King of Cups even though it's the Knight of Cups. So I do feel that someone may be coming through with an offer. It could be love related as much as it could be like, can you come work with me? But I do feel that it could be something that you really, really want, right? It's the type of work that you're okay with, but I do feel that it's still a very young individual, or it's a very young business. So I do feel that you will have to keep in mind that it is a career that you will have to build for, or work with this individual that's offering you this to build towards it together. But I do feel that you're very good at manifesting because we have the Magician. So that kind of tells me that you kind of already know, especially with your unicorn third eye ability, you're very aware of how things work, because you trust in your spirit guides, or you trust in the universe, so you understand the law of manifestation, you understand how to let go of control and when to take control of the situation. You know when to move your pieces and when to wait for the universe to move their pieces to make it happen. So you are very good at just going with the flow as well. So with this Magician, I do feel that you're very good at just making things happen. You're very good at manifesting like the people that you need for your work, or you're very good at manifesting the materials or the opportunities and stuff like that to succeed in your work. Especially with this Star card, this tells me that you're very good at just making your dreams come true. You're very good at finding the people to help you make those dreams come true. You're also very good at helping other people find what they need for whatever it is that their goals are. This Star card also tells me that you are very good at guiding other people. But let's start talking about some other cards, right? I'm saying that like I haven't been bouncing off these cards, right? We have the Seven of Swords, but it's reversed. I do feel that you may be very honest, or you tend to not really see when people are lying to you, or you don't want to see when someone is deceiving you or trying to take away from you. I do feel that you're a very giving individual, so if someone is coming through and you already know that they're trying to take advantage of you, you prefer to just give it to them and move on. You don't strike me as a type that will fight over things that you don't see necessary. I do feel that you are very aware when someone wants to take advantage of the situation, so you kind of just either just give them what they want and move on, so it doesn't really hurt you as much. It's kind of like, I knew this was gonna happen. Or you're just a type that you don't take things too hard when things don't work out. We have two horses, so you are someone, horses are kind of like, I say horses, that's a unicorn, it's not a horse, but I was looking at the horse right here. Oh, maybe you can't see it, but there's a horse right here. How do I show it to you? There's a horse right there. So you may be someone that is very fast at, you have the ability to just flow through nicely, and you're also someone that is very dependable, someone that you can carry the weight of other people. So in your career, people really look forward to asking you for help, or they like to go to you to help them figure things out as well. With that Justice card, I do feel that you need to set some boundaries to make sure that you are not just giving yourself away to someone that can genuinely take advantage of you. I do feel that you're just wasting your energy sometimes. When I mean wasting, I do feel that maybe you're giving too much of yourself to other people, so then that could get in the way of doing things for yourself. So try not to do that, because then you could end up feeling very, like, feel this sense of injustice, or feel like left out, or feel like, why is the world against you, or something along those lines. So try to not give yourself to give your power away. But let's try to talk about, what do you have to unlock to succeed in your career. We have tangibility with make your dreams real, and a pause in your journey. So it's weird. Let me think. We have two birds. Well, this is not a bird, but it kind of looks like a bird. One of the things that you could be getting is that life is telling you to work with the things that you have right now. Have that balance. So, it's very good to manifest in the way of start thinking, I want this, I want that, and that's good. But I do feel that life, it may be telling you that now it is time to work towards making it happen in a physical way. One of the things that I forgot to say is that Pisces energy is the card of someone that daydreams a lot. So you could lack some sense of grounding, like, of feeling grounded. So this tangibility is like, work with the things that you have. Yeah, it is good to be like, I want this, I want that, I want this other thing, and wait for those things to happen. But I do feel that with make your dreams come true, or make them real, is like, what can you physically do right now to make it happen, to start like inching forward. So I do feel that this could be a sign of like, life is giving you the pieces now, and it's like, okay, now you make your move. We have 32, which if you add the numbers, we get a 5, so that's all about change. And then we have a 7, which talks about solitude. So now it's kind of like, what can you do on your own? What is it that, you can work with other people, of course, but like, don't depend on them to make things happen. Like, work with them. Like, let's say you're working on making a song, and then you're like, okay, I've made this, I've made that, but now start looking, it's up to you to look for those people, like, if you need to work with anyone, instead of waiting for life to bring those people to you. I do feel that right now it is time for you to like take some action and, the reins of your life, and push forward and move forward to get things done. Also, with pause in your journey, I do feel that life may want you to start reflecting, take a moment to reflect and see the path that you've gone through, to understand where else you want to go from there, to get a better understanding of what the end goal is, so like that what path to take and what actions to take, and also so you're aware of your successes and your victories. Also, with this card, I'm getting a big sense of like, ground yourself. I don't know what, maybe that's like why justice is reversed, right? Like, there's something out of balance within you, and that could be your stability. Like, you are not grounded, you're not rooted on earth, because you're too busy thinking and dreaming and feeling that you are not putting yourself down to, you're not grounding yourself. And you may, if you don't ground yourself and you don't root yourself, you may make it kind of difficult for yourself to figure out your situation and being able to connect appropriately, and maybe you can get things done faster if you start taking action rather than just waiting for things to come towards you. Remember how I mentioned that you guys were very good at moving the pieces when it was necessary, and also being able to wait for the universe to move their pieces. I do feel that right now the universe is kind of like, we need you to move the pieces, get things done, start working. And it could be either helping other people, giving them ideas, helping them with the knowledge that you carry, with your third eye, with a unicorn energy. It's kind of like, figure out what direction to go towards, put yourself first, of course, make your dreams come true, don't let people take advantage of you, and stuff like that. I do feel that your dreams are going to come true. You're very good at manifesting. It is time for you to share those gifts to other people, but it is also time that you work with others by putting yourself first. In a way, it's kind of like, work with other people, but don't do the work for them. And also work for yourself, and don't expect other people to just come to you. Like, you need to start going towards them, if that makes sense. So, yep, pile 3, it is time that you take control of your life. It is time, this is, if you were looking for some sort of sign or of something of what you should do, right now it's time for you to do what you want to do. Right now it is time for you to make your own decisions. Don't wait for signs. If I'm telling you this is a sign for you to take action, then, well, you already got the sign that you wanted. So, you are able to make your dreams come true. You're able to make a lot of things happen and work and help and benefit other people. It is time for you. In order for you to succeed, it is time that you physically figure out what you can do to, inch a bit towards your dreams. So with all of that said, I will leave it there for pile 3. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, or I hope that I was able to provide you with some good advice. I hope that it was beneficial in any sort of way. And if you haven't checked out part 1 of this series, feel free to check it out and figure out what your current energy is. And if not, see you on the next pick a card reading, which I will talk about your love life and concentrate on all of that. So look forward to that when that happens, or feel free to check it out if it's already out. I don't know when you'll encounter this video, but yeah, I will leave that there. Thank you so much once again, and love and healing from my part to you. See you on the next one, whenever that is, and however that is, and bye. Hello, Pile 4, welcome to your reading, or for those of you that picked the Angelite, how is it going? How is life treating you? Let's check out how your career is looking like. We have ice with the keyword purity. We have the element of fire. We have the horse. You already have 2 horses. Do you come from pile 3? Pile 4? So yeah, you have a horse right here and a horse right here. You have the 10 of Swords reverse. You have the Page of Pentacles. Upright. You have the 8 of Swords upright. You have the Lovers. And how can you unlock the success of your career? We have paradisiacal with the key phrase, you belong to paradise. I'm kind of laughing to myself because I don't know. I didn't know how to say that word. Okay, so if I remember correctly, when I saw the Lovers, right off the bat, I was like, in your career, you may work with someone that you're going to be very close with. For a minute, I thought that was another horse. I was like, right. I do feel that in your career, you may work with whoever is going to be your potential partner, or you could already be doing that. It could be people that you deeply care about, as much as it could be an actual romantic partner that could be very beneficial for your career. So you could actually work with that person, or you could bounce ideas from each other, because I do feel that you may we're already talking about your love life when we're talking about your career. What is this? Well, I'm saying all of that because we have 2 horses. We have a white horse and then we have a black horse. So I do feel that you two could be like a yin and yang, meaning that you have a very masculine energy and a very feminine energy, or you have 2 energies that are very different from each other that can learn a lot from one another. It's kind of like you have the energy of someone that is like, oh, we should take action, we should do this, we should do that, and then you have another person that's like, okay, hold your horses, boom ching, hold your horses, let's figure out, how we should do things, let's take a break, let's understand the situation a little bit better, and stuff like that. Hold your horses. I'm so funny. But I do feel that there's in your career, I don't know which energy you'll resonate with, like which one matches you most, but there is like whoever you may be into hiding right now. Like you may be in hermit mode at the present moment, because with that ice card, it's it's a water element, so you may be in this hermit mode, meaning that you're on your own, you're isolated to figure out how you feel, to try to slowly grow by you may be doing some shadow work as well, especially with the cards that we have right here. We have the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is the energy of someone that is trying to let go of the mental baggage. It is someone that is trying to let go of the illusion that they can't do something, or the limiting beliefs that they may have that are getting in the way of making things possible. We also have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is like baby energy. It's okay, when I mean baby, I don't mean like there's a baby here. I mean as in like you're slowly, barely at the beginning of your journey, and since it's Pentacles, it could be finances, career, and health, as well as material things. So you're slowly, if you're like making your own business or something, you're barely getting the materials necessary to make it happen, or you're barely figuring out how the finances are going to work. Like you're barely learning. So maybe people that pick pile 4 could be someone that are about to start a new career, or this could be people that are keeping to themselves and trying to grow before you guys embark on a new journey within your career. So it could be like a new chapter, like you clearly are about to start a new one because you're slowly closing the mental one. So we have the 10 of Swords reversed. So I do feel that usually the 10 of Swords talks about someone that is physically in pain because of all of the mental baggage that they're carrying. But since it's reversed, I do feel that many of you could be trying to like get rid of that mentality that's holding you back, getting rid of that baggage. So I do feel that you guys are strongly doing a lot of shadow work. So you're in that hermit mode, you're on your own trying to figure things out. With the source energy being reversed, it could mean that you're totally avoiding that baggage, or right now you are trying to understand the situation so you can like make sure it doesn't escalate into actually bothering you in a like any sort of way. We have the Jupiter energy. We have Jupiter with the Gemini energy, so you may be expanding on your everyday routines. You may be expanding on your way of communicating. You know, maybe finding a better way of communication. It could be the internet, it could be your speech, it could also be if you're doing something creative, you may be trying to figure out how can you effectively communicate, especially because a lovers is Gemini energy, so an opportunity. So you may be right now looking for a job or looking for the opportunity to make your business go boom. And when I mean boom, I mean in a good way. Make it just work, make it just happen, you know, allow the energy to just work in a way that it just flows nicely. With this horse energy, we also have more earth element, so you're trying to ground yourself, you're trying to be stable, you're trying to find the optimism and happiness and passion to move forward and get your dreams to come true. You seem to be pretty spiritually okay, like it's not on the forefront, but it's there. So you are working on yourself. That's the main thing. You're working on you, which is very important. You are grounded, very grounded, with this earth element. Yeah, but it seems like you're holding back either the way that you're speaking, or you're not speaking up about your difficulties, or there's something that is holding you back. Maybe you feel like you don't have like maybe you I'm like talking about this card, but I'm still holding the horse one. So maybe you may feel like you don't have the right intellect to make something happen, so you don't have like the right judgment to make it happen, or you may feel like you're being held back somehow, and maybe you're exhausted from all of that overthinking, and that could be definitely holding you back from succeeding in your career or from seeing things clearly. Or maybe you're overthinking because you're starting this new chapter, like you got an opportunity to make your own business, or you have gotten the opportunity to start this new career, or maybe a promotion or something, and because of that you're overthinking it, right? You got the opportunity and now you're trying to figure out how can you do better. Now let's talk about the fire element. With this fire element, I'm getting that one of the things that you could be, you know, one of the careers you could benefit a lot is something that you're definitely passionate about, something that gets you very excited to just get things done, very content and happy, very fired up and filled with energy to make it happen. It is the energy that makes you dream of flying and reaching very high places, you know, expanding yourself and having bigger goals for yourself. Fire is the element where it just feels right to make it happen, to just work for it and to get it done, because fire is pretty impulsive energy. It's like you just get things done. You're working fast, you're working quickly, you feel energized when you work with it. So the career that you may benefit from the most will be one where you feel you feel all of those emotions, you feel fired up, you feel content. There's also a lot of like, with these three cards, there's a lot of like orange and yellows and reds, so I do feel that your career is something that's supposed to make you feel optimistic, that fills you with creativity and happiness and confidence, and fills you with motivation to continue working, fills you with energy to continue making it happen. Even though right now you may be going through this hermit mode, it will be good for you to find a career that gets you all fired up again to work. So yeah, and with this horse energy, it's like I do feel like the thing that I'm getting is slow and steady, something that you have the strength to push towards, and you have the stability and the endurance to make it happen. So that's kind of what the horse energy is telling me. And rest. Make sure that you rest. That you rest a lot. Take advantage of your hermit mode before you get out of it. Now, the card that will tell us what you have to unlock to succeed in your career is you belong to paradise. What does that mean? Well, we have 24, so if you add up 2 and 4, that means 6. So that is a oh, we also have 33 right here, which if you add them up, that's also a 6. Those are 6 is usually a number in, at least in tarot, that talks about balance. Is being able to balance. Oh, the Lovers is also a 6. It's a card number 6. Okay, enough of that. It's usually a card of balance. It is a card of being able to give and being able to receive as much. So with the you belong to paradise, I do feel that what you have to unlock is the ability to understand that there are good things out there for you and accept them for yourself. If there is something that you want, go for it. And if there is something that someone wants to give you that you want, take it. I do feel that many of you may have this belief of having to do everything on your own, because fire, when you have a lot of fire and this earth card, I do feel that it kind of pushes you towards feeling like you have to do everything on your own. You do have a lot of strong masculine energy because we have air, and those are masculine elements, so you may feel like you have to do everything on your own, but you've reached a point where you have to look at yourself, so you kind of do have to leave behind that masculine energy of work and do, and actually what you have to do right now is focus on you, take care of yourself and your emotional health and your mental health. I do feel that's kind of what you have to focus more a little bit right now, because when you do that, then you will slowly be able to let go of the baggage that is not allowing you to even feel passionate again or feel motivated and inspired, because you're too busy thinking of the things that are holding you back, thinking of maybe the lack of opportunities, or I don't think it's the lack of opportunities. It might be, but it doesn't have to. I feel that it's more towards like feeling that you lack the skills to take advantage fully of the opportunities that are being offered to you. So, keep that in mind. You don't have to, you can learn, and people will usually be very understanding as you're learning and growing and developing into the energy that you're supposed to be in to actually succeed in this opportunity, right? We're always learning, we're always improving, we're always growing. Keep that in mind. You don't have to know everything right away. So just take the chance, take that leap of faith. If the fool was here, I'll be like, be the fool, start the new journey by just taking that first step, the initiative to make it happen, all of that. So the way that you will succeed is just accepting that there are good things out there for you. With the you belong to paradise is a whole thing of just, feel content at your present moment, just exist, just be. It's kind of that energy of like, don't focus what's in the future, don't be held back by the past, just live in the present moment. And that's one of the hardest things that we could all as humans do, because we constantly have to think about our survival for the future, but then we are constantly held back by our past if you don't heal it. So keep that in mind. That's the only way you will succeed in your career, if you're able to just stay in your present moment and just be grateful and content with your present moment and what you currently have, and then just kind of go with the flow of a fire sign, which is just take action, just do as you wish, do as you desire. I do feel that you are very cautious anyway, so you will not necessarily be too reckless. You probably just need that initial push and that initial spark to get going. So yeah, I will leave that there. If you haven't checked out part 1 of this series, which is all about your current energy, feel free to check it out and see if that resonates with you. If not, I'll see you on the next pick a card reading, which will be about your love life. Yeah, it will be about your love life. We'll see what you get there. Seems like there was a little bit of that already kind of coming through with the horses and the Lovers card right here. What else? I feel very tired from doing all of the readings, so I need a rest as well, and I feel that you may need it as well. So feel free to just take a rest and kind of clear your mind a little bit. Doing shadow work will definitely be exhausting, so It's fine. Take that rest if you can, and if you can, try to stay as zen as possible. You know, try to focus on your present moment, pile 4. That will be definitely very important. Learn how to communicate with yourself and trust in yourself as well. That will be beneficial too. So yeah, I'll leave that there, pile 4. See you on the next one, whatever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. I hope that you found this entertaining, or that you got some good advice out of this. You know, remember, what resonates, it's for you, and what doesn't, it's fine. It's not for you, it's for somebody else that also picks this pile. So, you know, whatever makes sense is for you. If it doesn't, it's fine. It ain't for you. But yeah, if not, I do hope that you find this a little bit entertaining or learn something from it. But yeah, see you on the next one. Bye.